Shit talker black.
Modern day Marxism in its root would come in that these people should start to play a bigger part in your civilization, that they almost have become part of that civilization that you've built. So these people then began to dwell within it, to live there, to stay there. So they've come from completely being kept outside to what?
I'm going to make it smaller.
Working there, and then they're living there. So you start to have the civilization becoming diluted from how it originally.
No, civilization became diluted. Look at her eye. It became diluted. And green in your eyes is envy and jealousy. The blue eyes mean you are dead. You know, you're a leopard. You need to be locked up in a cave. Especially if you have blue eyes, pink skin, and yellow hair, then you are a dead man walking. That's why they do so many movies about dead men walking.
It was built. People start to forget who they are, and they start to unite under a false banner, an ideological.
No, people forget who they are and ideological, and she's reaching, look like for a fucking apple.
Egalitarian idea that they are all same. They are one.
Here again. That we are all the same, we are one.
And they start to build, they decide to build a tower. They decide to take what was once separated and unite it.
See?
Under their own
building's
guise.
Bigger. That looks like an ice cream cone, you know? But now the buildings are bigger. Because they can never get enough. You know, enough is never enough. They have to go more and more and more. And like in this movie, they were Mars something, but the Martians came down and putting everyone under their mind control. They had the whole town. There were only 3 people they didn't have, but you know they had to have them too. They just had to have everyone. Enough is never enough. And they're building towers of Babel. This is a tower of Babel. Look at this Babel that shit. You think it's something, but they want to be all up there and look down at everyone as though they are God. I mean, not saying that the P-Man is not a God, but we are too. But his God is fucked up because he only has 12 strands of DNA. He did not get up to 22. So the bitch is missing 10 strands of DNA.
Under their own ideology, so they start to build a tower, and it's a huge tower. They want it to stretch right up to the heavens.
See what they told you.
And they want it to be a tower of representing their ideology as such, a tower that stretches up to the heavens, that shows them as one people, united, one language,
Tower of Babel.
Together. So they actually did build this tower.
No, she wants to show you this tower that looks like it is filled with many prison cells. It goes higher and higher up, but actually the tower, it's like the Gwen Tower and stuff, you know. Now the towers are more fancier, you know. Some you may think it's a tree. It is really not a tree. It is a tower. It's just covered up to look like a tree.
It was absolutely huge, and it did go up to the sky. And it was their celebration of the modern ideology, which goes back to them times as multiculturalism. It was their celebration, their monument to celebrate that. And the thing to remember with this tower is not only was it a literal tower, it existed, it was built, but the metaphor for that is something we see played out in our lands over and over again every single day. We are told that we are one. We are told that we are nations of immigrants, many people, many.
We are nations. What? Look at this. See, they're trying to fuck your brain cells up. Why would you show a picture like this? These are melanated females. She has red hair and she has a tongue ring, and they're licking their tongues out, and she wants to join in because this is what they have made us all to be, sex crazed. That's why we did not allow them to sit next to our dogs.
Tongues, but we shall be together as one. We're all the same. This is exactly what they.
See, here they go again. We should be together as one. We're all the same. No, we should be together as one, but here's one, there's one, and there may be one. But look, And that is how we are today, because this is a program. The melanated man would prefer to be with a non-melanated family than to be with his own. The non-melanated man and his family, hey, I'm going to cook today. I'm cooking such and such and such. Oh, I'm going to go and eat with my non-melanated family. Yeah. And that's how it is. So all that shit she's talking, she probably said it 2 or 3 times. It is a form of also neurolinguistic programming, and the pictures are also a form of neurolinguistic programming. It is symbolic of their programs. And there's a redhead bastard too with his back to him.
They were celebrating.
And this is what they call celebrating. You see that? And look how they have her dressed. She actually, to me, with the blonde hair or whatever, looks like a fucking bum. While she is naked, walking with her. Because this is a naked, nasty spirit. And you hang out with this, you will become this. Now, you can be this and be glamorized. You think you are glamorized, but your glamour will soon fall. Once you are sick and tired of them using your body, you can never use your mind. Every time you say something outside the box, you will shut up, or they will send the tax collectors after you, whether you owe them taxes or not. So you can think you can hang out with these pink people and everything's going to be fine. It won't even be fine for you, only for a short while. Then Satan, he always throws the younger to the side, the older to the side for the younger. And these are who they sacrifice to. It's either the oldest or the youngest.
So they built this tower up to...
No, here they want to play a game. This is their little thing they do like this. You see? That's what that is. They want to play a game. Also, this is a man and they put a dress on him. You'll be surprised the games they play with your brain cells, with the music and the pictures, if you do not know what they are talking about.
The heavens to celebrate that. To celebrate everything which was divided, which they decided.
No, he's celebrating in front of the so-called towers. But they do. And if you look somewhere that they have a lot of the damn, what are those things? Satellite dishes. They all go the same way as though they are praying. There is a land where Amy lives at in Richmond, California. They have a land of satellite dishes which look like, like if you were to plant corn or something. It is a field of satellite dishes. So Amy said, they have them there where you are too. I said, no, Amy, no, they don't. I haven't seen it. Like I've been, so many damn places. I don't really go outside, but I'm going to argue the fact. Well, the other day I saw them, and the field of satellite dishes is on the freeway, and so is the field of satellite dishes where Amy lives. It is a field of satellite dishes. And they have the microwave satellite dishes there too. A microwave satellite dish, it has like the red Z symbol on it. That is microwave. They can sit themselves there. It is a field of it. They can control your whole town. There's a box somewhere in your town. Inside that box, they can control your whole town. You won't even know it. And they are celebrating the towers, but who are they? They are pink.
To take charge of themselves, to unite as one, to put together, and this didn't please God.
To get together as one. That's why you see the melanated man hanging out with them too. They all became a European mindset. As the book, Melanin, this book, it's a very tiny book, It's not much. A lot in it I know, a lot in it I didn't know. But this will also explain having a European mindset and how that messes up your melanin. And I learned in this book that melanin does have power, and I don't have a European mindset, so my melanin works very well. If you shit really well, your melanin is working very well. And I do remember Bobby Hemmett talking about shitting. If you shit a lot, you're awakening, and I can really shit in my daughter's food. Well, I love to eat my daughter's food. Man, that girl will have me shitting. And I'm not talking about diarrhea, because if it's either a male or female, I don't know which one, I don't remember. But if you have diarrhea or you're constipated, I don't know which one goes for a male or female, I might get into that later, then your melanin is upset. Okay, so I'll get into that later. But once you have a European mindset, if she says, then your melanin, it fucks up. Even if you're melanated, darkly melanated, your melanin is fucked up, which means your DNA has been changed, and there are a lot of melanated ones with them. Or could the pink man be dressing up as a melanated man? That's why I tell him, don't show me shit. Don't show me shit, because I'm going to take it somewhere else. No, you see her eyes? She also looks more like Ching Ching, you see? And then they get to the caveman at the end. But she's melanated.
And separate, kind after kind, for a reason.
Kind after kind, pink.
And the Bible will tell you what happened here. So I'm going to read from there. This is Genesis 11. Now the whole earth had one language and one speech. And it came to pass, as they were journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said to one another, come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly. They had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. But the Lord came down to see the city, and the tower which the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, indeed the people are one, and they will...
Now, the way this is explained to me, since he took it away and I cannot decode it, in the scripture, see, the Bible, it comes from the loom. See, the loom was a way you can ask the loom a question, and the loom could answer your question. This is why, and Aleister Crowley knew the shit. This is why Aleister Crowley came up with a Ouija board. You ask a Ouija board something and it just moves like that. But the loom is different. And if you look at this, it kind of looks like the loom. See? Kind of looks like a loom. And these things that come up, because they go shh, 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 to put the strings of material together. And so King David, he got some scribes and he did write a book. They probably changed it to the Bible. But anyway, this book, he codes things there, and things are encrypted there. And then Aleister Crowley came along and he changed a lot of things in it. I mean, there was some before him that changed things, but Aleister Crowley, he knew the propaganda bullshit. He knew, because of neurolinguistic programming, he was like the pro at it. And not only that, he's the great magician. He can walk up to you and talk to you, and next thing you know, you're waking up in the bed with him, and you might even like it, and that's what they are about. So the Tower of Babel, it said the Lord came down and it saw what the children of men had did. Now the children of men I'm just going to say, is the melanated ones. Every time we build something away from there and away from their towers, so we don't have to be bothered by their towers, they come and they destroy. And then they blame it on the Lord. Now it said, let us go down. So here we have the word, let us go and down. In the word down is the word on. And it says, let us, which is the United States, go on the children of men. Let us go and blow them up. Now, it's something that I could not get out of this while being taught this by preachers or whatever, is if God wants us to get along, and now we are getting along, everyone is speaking the same language, we know what each other is saying, why would he want to go down and destroy it? And that's something is wrong with God's mindset. Why would he want to go down and destroy one unit? They were one. They were one unit. This was all nations of one unit. So they say. So why would the Lord want to go down and destroy it? I couldn't get that for the life of me. But I know the code now. So now I comprehend it.
Have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now, nothing that they propose to do.
No, she said they have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now look at this. You see? They have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Sex shit. You see? Pay attention to what pink motherfuckers tell you, how they try to ruin your brain cells.
Be withheld from them. Come, let us go down there and confuse their language.
Come, let us go down there and confuse the language. Go down where? Look at that. Confuse his language. Confuse the language. In the word confuse is United States. The word language, I was on, I think it was Savannah Black call. And then there was another brother on there. We were talking about etymology. And we were talking about the language. So he went to look it up. And he found that the letters Ling had something to do with celebration of penises. It was the god of penises. That's what it was. That's what he said. And so, you know, I mean, that was a nice call, because I learned something that day when I went to look and see. Sure enough, it meant exactly what he said. So let us go down. Now they're going to and fuse your language, your DNA also, and they are going to confuse your sexual parts. Everything they're showing us seems to be about sex, or somehow simulated sex. See this right here? Maybe death. Also, he looks like he is terrified, but like this one is going to save him, but this one is already down. With their weird pictures ass.
On another speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all.
See? So then the Lord decided to scatter them abroad. And that's what they did. Like in Black Wall Street. I'm going to go to Black Wall Street. But they did the nation of Yahweh like that. They did York like that. They did the prophet like that. But Black Wall Street is where they bombed it. You see this shit? They bombed it. And they scattered us abroad.
The earth, and they ceased building the city.
And then there was no more Black Wall Street. There was no more nation of Yahweh. There was no more nation building with Black Wall Street, because the prophet was with Black Wall Street. We were no more. Then when the Move people came about, the Move people, they were rinsing out the European brainwashing, and they bombed them too. I think that was in like 1982, 83 or something like that.
Therefore its name is called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language.
No, these look more so like people, black, like melanated ones. But here, I mean, these look like non-melanated ones. They look yellow in the camera, but these down here look really pink in the camera. You know, these are pink too, but that one in the middle is melanated. But this can also be a bunch of pink faces, and is Photoshop. They can make that one melanated. They can make themselves melanated, walk among you as a melanated being, and they're not. They have these pills to do so.
Language.
Oh, they also have the technology too.
The earth. And from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of all.
Now, when you saw the Lord, it probably was pink hands, and he scattered them abroad over the face of the earth. But why do they have this one like that? You know, I wonder why. This one they put in the middle.
Yes. And in this example, you not have only the literal building of the tower, you have the metaphor of what we see in all of our lands. People uniting as one. Nobody's separate or distinct. There is no kind after kind. There is no separate race of peoples. Everybody exists just the same.
Crayola
But the
crayons.
Lord scattered this apart. He destroyed this tower that they built. But the ideology that stems back then, thousands of years ago, is prevalent now in all of our lands, and this is what we're told every single day.
The idea that we should have first have mass dominant immigration into a white country, then followed by the agenda of race mixing to the point where the whites become extinct, it's not new.
You said race mixing so that the whites can become extinct. No, you motherfuckers dealt. It was not race mixing. It was more so raping so that you can stay alive longer because you are supposed to become extinct. You're even supposed to be chased out of the earth.
Babylonian times, thousands of years ago.
That's what the Tower of Babel moment was. It was a stand against, they got annihilated. They were trying to unify everything.
The Tower of Babel, what are they using right here? Is this a satellite? How they're doing that? Because that is your Tower of Babel. These towers, their craft is Diana. I have a video about it. You can just go and research it. Put Diana antenna, and it's in Philadelphia, the same place where the move people rejected the bullshit and they went in and bobbed them.
And we were already in a
That is their
separate
craft.
state. And they were using that to try to take ownership genetically by redoing genetic on some particular level, whether just
22 minutes and I'll be back. Shit talk a lot of heroes.